Greetings everyone, today I am stepping away from the drift car and I'm working on my daily driver again, which is a 2010 Audi A5 with a 2.0 T motor. And currently the clutch pedal likes to stick to the floor every now and then, particularly only in first gear. A few months ago I replaced the slave cylinder with no luck, so today I'm going to be putting a new to me clutch master cylinder in the car. Hypothetically speaking, the clutch master cylinder should be underneath the windshield washer fluid fill neck, and the engine control module is also right here, and it's underneath both of those guys, of course. So I'm sure it's not going to be fun, but hey, maybe that's the one that ends up actually going well, because usually when you think it's going to go well, it doesn't. But here's my new to me clutch master cylinder. Looks like a clutch master cylinder. See, I have the car driven up on some wooden blocks, that way I could fit my jack underneath the car, and I'm gonna put some jack stands underneath the front. That way I will be able to reach the slave cylinder when time comes that I need to bleed that sucker. Now that I have her sitting pretty on her jack stand, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into the engine bay side of things to see if I can even get to it before I even tackle the interior side of this removal. Unfortunately, I have not ordered a tripod yet, so you're gonna have to bear with me as I go through this, because there's only so much that a man can do with one hand. There you go. Yo, Ellis, I am still waiting on my 3D printed vacuum attachments, but you're getting there, I understand. It appears as if there's just one nut holding the windshield washer fluid fill neck on, so I don't have a big enough ratchet. Hold on. Yeah, that's right, sucker. All right, now I have no idea how this guy wants to come out of here, but I'm just gonna make it happen. Come on, baby girl. There you go. No idea where it went, but oh well. Now that I have that cover out of my way, before I can move the ECU over to the engine side of things, I need to remove some trim panels in there. But before I do all of that, I would like to disconnect the negative terminal on my battery back here. So as you can see, move stuff out of the way. And it's right there, pretty self-explanatory. Now that my battery is disconnected, I'm going to get this piece of weather stripping out of my way. There we go. And now to remove this guy right here, there's two clips on either side that I gotta pop out. There are also two 10mm bolts here that have gotta go. So a few things have occurred since last time we spoke. This bar was bolted on by two 13mm nuts here and down there. And also there were those two 10mm bolts right there. Once those were loosened, you were able to pull up this little plastic door guy and pull this out of the way. Now I should be able to go ahead and unplug these two guys, undo a bolt down in there, and then move everything over here. Now I know you can't see anything here, but you're just gonna have to trust me that there's two little tabs on the side of the ECU that I'm just prying outwards and pulling the ECU out towards me, hopefully. So like I said, there's just two little tabs that you pry outwards and you're able to pull the ECU out. I flipped it over, obviously. Now I need to remove this one little 10mm nut, and then I can pull these two tabs in and then remove the fuse tray as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back for day 2 of my clutch master replacement. I have ripped the heart out of my car and threw it off to the side. Now I need to replace both of my wiper arms, and I am going to do so hopefully without removing this tray. So wish me luck. I went ahead and battled getting that first wiper arm off, and I found a pretty, the right way to do it. So check this out. You can't really rip these off, like it's really on there. So if I hit this guy right here a good couple times, it loosens up. See, I wouldn't lie to you. Watch the bolt. See, it's loose on there. Now I just need 2 hands to get it off of there. All right, now both the wiper arms are on the ground here, and I should be able to undo, I think there's 2, maybe 3 bolts that are holding this wiper motor assembly to the firewall. What are the chances that I can pull this out with one arm? I think the chances are gonna be pretty slim. Bang! Now, we've got a nice gaping hole here, and I should be able to slide this up out of the way, but I want both my hands to do so. But there's a section of harness that wraps around this, so I can't remove it completely. I'm just gonna move it over to the side, and then I should have access to my clutch master cylinder. I'd like you to know that this guy doesn't move easily. You gotta do a lot of persuading, but she's out of the way now. And now I have access to my clutch master cylinder down here, so I'm gonna undo that plug guy, and then I'm gonna go to the inside of the car and remove the trim panel up above the footwell area. But then I should be able to undo the push rod and then grab that thing and twist it, if you know what I'm saying, and then it should slide through the firewall. I'm gonna grab a pick real quick to slide the little pin on the last clip out of my way, and then should be good to do everything from the inside. This is the guy I was talking about right here. This little metal guy's got to slide over. Yeah. Aha. Come on. You get the idea. According to my recollection, there's roughly 3 nuts/bolts that hold this panel on. There's one back in here, right there, and then there's that guy and one over there. I lied, that's not a 10. 8mm, that's all you need, folks. All right, so I actually ended up removing 5 bolts, and now I am hoping that this thing is loosened up. I guess we're about to find out. Oh, talk to me nice. There you go. Come on. That'll do it. All right, so here we have our clutch pedal, and up top here, let's see, this guy up there. Yep, that'll just pop out. That'll undo this push rod, and then up in here, I don't know if you can tell or not, it's got this weird like 3-point ordeal. I'm just gonna grab some pliers and twist that bad mamma jamma out of the firewall, and then it's gotta go towards the motor. All right, as you can see, I got it twisted and it's pushed out a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can finagle it the rest of the way out here. This cord's in my way. There we are, hello. And bang! That's a unit if I've ever seen one. Well, I guess it's time to slip this new to me unit in and just do the reverse process of everything that I just did. How exciting. Off to a hot start here. And there we are. I got the new one installed, twisted in place, and that push rod reattached to the pedal. And now I also went ahead and reattached my electrical connector and the return hose. Now I am doing the feed line, which I almost went and ripped it back on, but there's this little rubber guy that goes in the end of the hose. So, you know, if you're watching this for pure entertainment, then shout out to you. But if you're watching this to try and figure out how to do this yourself, I would recommend you remove this rubber guy from the old one, if it's stuck on there, and then slip it into your hose here, and that's gonna make your install a lot easier. But I need both my hands for this. All right, new Clutch Master installed, pressure bleeder hooked up, cranked up 10 PSI. Got a little catch bottle, some wrenches to crack the bleeder open. Should only take a second. Bubbles. Well, everyone, I have a function to attend, but I believe the car is all buttoned up aside from my windshield wipers and the plastic cowling guy that goes over top. I even went ahead and changed my oil, but I'm gonna go ahead, start the car right now and make sure my clutch works. I don't know, I feel like it feels weird to me. Hey, what do you think? Well, that felt different. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna have to drive this pig around a little bit. It doesn't stick to the floor every single time that I use the clutch pedal, so I'll let you know what the verdict is. So on my way to the function, the clutch was working great, didn't stick to the floor or anything, but when I got there, I had an EPC light on the dash, and then I left, went to the gym, all fine and dandy, go to leave the gym, push the key in, and the car cranked like one time and then just stopped cranking. And I did that a couple times, and then eventually it started, so I drove it home, and now I am going to dive back into the clutch master cylinder, and I'm hoping that maybe it's just brake fluid on the sensor that's causing issues, because I definitely think it's a clutch position sensor problem, but yeah. But you don't need to watch me tear all this apart again. I just wanted to give you a little update. All right, let's see. I don't think I recorded it because I was on a time crunch, but I just removed like the whole ECU and all that sort of thing and got to the master cylinder and put it all back together and test drove it within like 45 minutes, which is pretty sick. But the sensor, I believe it's the clutch position sensor that goes on the side of the... Jesus! Bug just flew into my head. Yeah, so there's a clutch position sensor, at least that's what I'm presuming this is, that goes on the side of the clutch master. This one slides in this way, but the one that I put on the car pops in this way. And when I removed the ECU and everything and got to it, this guy was like just sitting here like this. So it had completely deleted itself. So I popped that back into place and dried it off because there's a little brake fluid on it from when I installed it. But just went for a test rip, no EPC light on the dash. I think we're ready to rip. I'm gonna throw this trim panel back in and go to bed. Hello again. This is my final update and the end of the video. It has been a couple days since I replaced the clutch master cylinder, and the clutch pedal has not stuck to the floor once, so I'm considering this a massive success. But with that being said, you already know the deal. I don't care if you like this video or not. Give it a like, drop a comment, maybe subscribe, share the video with your friends. But you're gonna have to come back next Friday to see what I'm up to, because I'm gonna be doing some drifting in this bad girl pretty soon, and you're not gonna wanna miss that. So, until next time, toodles.